Hi everyone, my name is Macy Woodrum, and today I will be presenting my project on the teenage brain and self-consciousness. Why am I interested in this topic? I am interested in this topic because adolescence is a critical stage of brain development. And understanding how teens perceive themselves can explain why many behaviors we see in schools and social settings. This is also something that we can all relate to and we have all grown through in order to get here. Early adolescence is something that I feel very close to, and how the simple skills that I learned whenever I was a teenager carry on into my adulthood. Researching this topic could help me understand on how social settings and cognitive pressure affect decision making and emotional regulation in teenagers. It also connects my interest in education and how to support adolescents' learning and well-being. Why this topic matters. As stated in the previous slide, adolescence is a critical stage of brain development. These are the years that we just learn simple skills in school, and even just like socializing. Self-consciousness peaks during these teen years, and understanding teens can improve learning and well-being. Brain development during adolescence. During adolescence, the brain undergoes significant development, particularly in the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for the decision making and the impulse control. This is still maturing in early adolescence, and that kind of takes up of why we see teenagers make more of the risky decisions. And the limbic system will begin to mature in the early adolescence, and this kind of explains the more emotional aspect of why teenagers feel so emotional. What is self-consciousness? Self-consciousness refers to an individual's awareness of how others perceive them, and this reaches peak during adolescence. This is heightened awareness that can lead to self-doubt, social anxiety, or increased concern about fitting in with peers. A more science aspect of what self-consciousness is, several regions of the brain contribute to self-conscious thinking. The prefrontal cortex helps teens reflect on themselves, while the amygdala process is more of an emotional reaction, and the default mode network becomes the active when they think about how they are viewed by others. Social pressure and peer influence. Adolescents are highly influenced by their peers, as we have all learned when we were teenagers. The social pressure can strongly affect their behavior and self-perception. Social media amplifies self-comparison, creating opportunities for both connection and anxiety. As we see more so in today's society, we can see social media and the kind of aspect of teenagers growing up quicker, and how we see teenagers online and they look more similar to adults than ever. This can be a product of peer influence, and these teenagers looking up to all of the adults on social media and constantly comparing and everything. Teens may worry about acceptance or fear of judgment, which can exacerbate self-consciousness and emotional stress. Understanding these influences can help educators and parents create supportive environments that reduce negative outcomes. What I learned throughout my research, here are some key points. Adolescence is a critical period of brain development, especially in the prefrontal cortex. Self-consciousness peaks during teen years and strongly influences social interactions and decision-making. Heightened self-consciousness affects cognitive, attention, memory, and emotional regulation. Social pressures, including peers and social media, amplify self-consciousness throughout and thoughts and behaviors. Understanding these processes is essential for educators and caregivers to support adolescent learning and well-being. Awareness of adolescents' brain development can help reduce negative outcomes such as anxiety, low self-esteem, and risky decision-making. Some implications for education. Understanding the teenage brain and self-consciousness has direct implications for education. Teachers can support adolescents' learning by creating a positive classroom environment, encouraging reflection, and teaching coping strategies for social pressures. By recognizing cognitive and emotional challenges teens face, educators can foster self-awareness, engagement, and emotional resilience, ultimately improving both academic performance and well-being. My key takeaways from this research is that the adolescent brain drives from behavior and social sensitivity. Self-consciousness peaks during the teen years, and these factors affect learning, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Awareness of these processes allow educators and caregivers to better support adolescents and create environments that promote healthy cognitive and emotional growth. Some important for others. This topic is important not only for my personal interests, but also for educators, parents, and policymakers. Understanding adolescent brain development and self-consciousness can help reduce negative outcomes such as anxiety, risky decision-making, and low self-esteem. By applying this knowledge, adults can support positive social, emotional, and cognitive development, which benefits both individuals and society as a whole. Here are my references for my research as well. And thank you for listening in. I appreciate it.